Hey everyone, so we are back in the garage and man does that feel good. But in this video we are going to briefly talk about a bunch of, I'd say, random and interesting findings from this year's Sea Otter Classic. And of course, all of this coverage is supported in part by Redshift. All right, let's do it. So first and foremost, I just want to, thank you all for kind of tuning into my 4-part coverage. If you have, it was an awesome experience to be at Sea Otter this year, to share so many incredible makers, brands, and bikes. And honestly, it was kind of refreshing to spend 4 days just listening to others share their stories and, just talk shop. That said, I definitely was feeling exhausted by the end, and running around nonstop, filming 4 videos, interviewing so many people. Yeah, if you notice some mistakes and if I seem tired, well, it was because my brain was basically running on empty with not much sleep. But after a few nights of rest, I'm starting to feel normal again. So before we dive into this video, I do want to take a quick moment to let you all know that this video is supported in part by Tailfin. Tailfin designs and engineers technical bikepacking equipment for almost any kind of adventure. Innovation and quality are at the heart of what makes them tick, and their constant strive to create better performing gear means that you can just focus on enjoying the ride. They offer a range of options for hauling your gear, whether you're taking on a big race or just escaping for an overnighter. So, for more on Tailfin, be sure to click the card right here or else find the link in the description below. All right, so in no particular order, let's start with the Omnium Cargo. So it's Omnium's biggest cargo bike, featuring a sturdy flip down front platform. While it's nothing totally new here, we've seen this before, it's been on the market for a while. It was my first time actually seeing one in person. As a dad of 2, I'm always kind of thinking of creative ways to haul the kids around town or just do chores. And this bike would be a perfect fit for that. Omnium also unveiled some fresh colors at Sea Otter. Not this green, however, I do love it, but Logan did shoot this purple colorway, and that color is just kind of perfect. Lucas also has a Mini Max in for review, which is coming shortly. And stay tuned for my interview with Eric, aka True Marmalade, in the coming days. That's a real fun one. So I also caught up with Brandon from DT Swiss a few times during the event, or even, I guess before and during the event. They didn't actually have a booth this year, but he was busy making the rounds, and this time he showed me their first standalone carbon rim offering. Previously, if you wanted DT Swiss carbon rims, you'd have to buy them as a part of a complete wheel set. So DT Swiss had a few eye-catching announcements, including their colored hubs and now these standalone rims. It's kind of great news for wheel builders looking to create maybe more colorful, unique wheel sets. The rims come in XC, All Mountain, and Enduro offerings with their XRC 310, XMC 320, and EXC 330 models. Another rim that caught our attention was a Coven from Tenent, made from 6069 T6 aluminum, which is 40% stronger than the more common 6061 T6. So these rims have welded seams for added strength and better, more airtight tubeless setup. Tenent says that the shallow rim profile actually adds compliance and comfort, minimizing pinch flats and rim damage thanks to the wide hookless sidewalls. So these rims are available in 30mm internal width, 32 spoke configuration, and come in 29 and 27.5 inch sizes, weighing 606 grams for the 29 and 574 grams for the 27.5. Oh, and they both come in black and silver. All right, so whether you think you need one or not, the electric pump game is very much alive and noisy. Yeah, these pumps, they're extremely loud. But brands like Muck-Off, Topeak, and Presticycle have all jumped into the market. It's really interesting to kind of hear riders' contrasting opinions. Some people swear by these things while others see no real value. I have one on hand, so I'm super excited to kind of share my thoughts, and I will report back soon. But it's obvious that brands are excited to build these rechargeable little gadgets. But what do you all think about them? Are they here to stay, or are they just a fad? So we also stopped by the Project 321 booth for a look at their hubs. So Logan's actually been testing their G3 hubs for a while now. He actually has a long-term review coming soon. But at Sea Otter, they showed their new gravel-specific RG3 hubs. So these hubs run 4 pawls instead of 8, but otherwise basically keep the same layout. They also had their patent-pending 6-lock rotor mount on display, a clever mechanism allowing easy mounting for 6-bolt rotors using stainless steel threaded inserts with the added flexibility to switch seamlessly to center lock rotors anytime. Something really neat and obviously a great tool to have in your kit if you are bike packing and, well, run into a small shop that doesn't have what you need. So following up with my chat with Will from Cane Creek, Fox also teased a new inverted fork. So while inverted forks aren't a new idea, many brands are exclusively using inverted style forks today, but it's interesting to see Fox, obviously one of the industry giants, jump into this space. So Cane Creek actually shared why they believe in the invert technology in part 3 of my Sea Otter coverage. So check that out if you want to hear Will's thoughts and Cane Creek's thoughts. But it's definitely an intriguing thing, and we'll definitely have to keep an eye on how it develops over the next few years. So we had to stop by the Ornot booth to check out the new boxers designed by my friend Chris McNally. Chris is an incredible illustrator, and it's always cool to see his work pop up on, well, a fun kind of article of clothing, let's say. Ornot also introduced a fresh merino riding shirt and several new color drops this year, including some sun hoodie colors. And that sun hoodie has certainly become one of, if not my favorite layer to wear in the summer on and off the bike. All right, so what is a trade show without coffee? So I consumed plenty of it at the Pretty Great booth this past weekend, which served, excellent iced and hot coffee. And Nick actually previously reviewed their instant coffee offering, so I will link that in the description below if you are interested in learning about Pretty Great coffee. But big thanks to Lachlan and the Pretty Great booth for sharing some delicious coffee. All right, so one of the first things filmed on a foggy day was this very unique Mondraker gravel bike. It's a special edition alloy Mondraker Arid painted in Grinduro signature purple and set up with some really dialed components. It's being given away to support Grinduro, a global event blending gravel racing with art and community. So the lucky winner will also get a free entry to Grinduro, California, plus a complimentary campsite. So to check out more on this giveaway or to enter, you can find the link in the description below. Also, Wahoo, they were here quietly releasing their 3rd gen Element Roam and Bolt this weekend. So both feature worthwhile upgrades, and the Roam 3 now includes more detailed navigation, improved road and elevation data, and voice-guided turn-by-turn directions. It features a larger 2.8-inch high-contrast touchscreen, 22% bigger than the Bolt, with a pinch-to-zoom and swipe function. The all-new UI has a helpful ready-to-ride dashboard for quick route loading, sensor checking, and syncing workouts. Plus, the thicker form factor boosts battery life to 25 hours. So the Bolt 3 also shares many of these features, offering a crisp 2.3-inch high-res screen and boosted 20-hour battery life. So I have a new Generation 3 Roam in hand, and I will offer my thoughts on that in a coming video. So while walking the floor, Logan suggested I check out the Revgrips booth to see their kind of suspension grips, and wow, they rotate just slightly, reducing hand fatigue and discomfort on, say, rough descents or just, say, long rides, and, well, are tunable with their different washers. So it's a really intriguing design. I always love discovering thoughtful gear like this, and I hope to try them out in the not too distant future. So this is Oliver, a BIKEPACKING.com YouTube subscriber. He managed to find me among the chaos just to say hi, which was super cool. He was actually riding his colorful Velo Orange Neutrino, fully decked out with fenders, racks, bags, and even the brim helmet. Thanks for saying hi, Oliver. It was really great meeting you. And when I ran into Oliver near the Husky booth, which was buzzing from the Chris McNally Ornot Husky kind of draw ride happy hour. The talk was all about Steve's awesome stem-mounted easel, perfect for sketching on or off the bike. It's really impressive, creative idea, but even more impressive was how quick Steve drew this masterpiece on that ride. Thanks again for the sticker, Steve. It was good to meet you. Knog was also at the show with their updated OI bell, now louder at 80 decibels, closer to the Crane bell at 90 decibels, though still a little bit more quiet than the Spur Cycle at 110 plus decibels. So it looked and sounded extremely promising. Knog also showed off their Scout, which is a kind of sleek 25-gram bike security device for iOS users. It includes an 85 decibel motion alarm, Apple Find My integration, and a stealthy mount beneath a bottle cage. It's a clever USB-C rechargeable, water-resistant gadget for added peace of mind. So Cotic didn't have their own booth, but the FlareMAX was kitted up and on display at the Tailfin booth. So I'm a sucker, or always drawn to steel full suspension bikes, and this one certainly caught my eye, especially with that fresh logo design, similar to what Tailfin's new branding direction is doing. So the FlareMAX is Cotic's short travel 29er, and I absolutely love that faded paint scheme. So Topeak's Nano shock pump also stood out among lots of cool things in the Topeak booth. I've been hunting for a compact shock pump for trailside or bike packing adjustments for a while, and this is it, I think. This tiny pump seems perfect, offering easy, lightweight adjustability on the go. I'll certainly be adding this to my repair kit for day rides and, of course, bike packing trips. So riding sandals aren't always practical, especially with folks that use clipless pedals, but Lake has a solution, bringing back their LX SDL sandals, modernizing a classic design for versatility, comfort, and adventure. They certainly look very robust. All right, so I've long appreciated what Fidlock's doing with their just intuitive and easy to use mounts. And their new Twist Uni Connector XL merges their magnetic connector with a molded plate, creating a versatile, secure gear carrying platform. It works on standard frame mounts or fork setups, including a safety lock, and feels very easy to use and solid on the bike. Available now in the UK and hopefully soon in North America. All right, so rounding things out, Odyssey launched Optis, a lightweight inflatable tubeless insert designed for mountain, gravel, and everything in between. So unlike foam inserts, Optis inflates separately from your tire, offering extra sidewall support, so allowing you to basically lower pressures for better traction and rim protection. Plus, its bead lock design provides brief run flat capability, which is pretty neat. So the valve system is clever too, allowing airflow switching between the insert and, well, the main tire. So I've got a set here and I'm really excited to test them out. And I will have my thoughts in a upcoming video. All right, so that about does it for Sea Otter 2025 coverage. So I do have a few more chats that I'm going to share in some upcoming videos. So stay tuned for those. But again, thank you all for tuning into the 5 videos that I produced here, and of course, checking out the coverage on the website. It really means a lot. And if you watched my videos and have some feedback, please let me know. Put it in the comment section below. Find me on Instagram and message me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, thank you all so much. If you like what you saw in this video and other videos that we do on this YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And if you want to help support everything we're doing at BIKEPACKING.com, you can do so by joining the Bikepacking Collective. The Collective offers a lot of awesome perks, including industry discounts, monthly giveaways, the twice-yearly Bikepacking Journal, and the all-new Base Camp. So to learn a little bit more about the Bikepacking Collective or to join, you can click on the card in the top right corner, or also find a link in the description below. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, pedal further.